So get ready for 2025 because Apple isn't just dropping another iPhone. They're completely rewriting the playbook. The lineup that we've all gotten so used to, it's about to get a massive shakeup. So let's dive in and break down exactly what the new iPhone 17 family has in store for us. First, we're going to look at the brand new lineup itself, and then we'll jump into the huge changes in design and display. After that, we'll peek under the hood at the new A19 chips, check out the completely redesigned cameras, and cover the big leaps in battery life and AI. And to finish it all off, we'll help you figure out which of these new iPhones might just be the perfect one for you.
All right, so first up, the lineup. And I really want to stress, this isn't just a minor update. We're talking about a radical shift in how Apple is thinking about its phones, and it all kicks off with one huge change. And here it is, the single biggest news. The Plus model is gone. It's being replaced with a totally new device called the iPhone Air. Now, this is way more than just a name swap. It's a completely new strategy, one that's focused on creating an iPhone that's all about a sleek, unbelievably thin design.
So this is the new family portrait. The standard iPhone 17, that new iPhone Air, the 17 Pro, and the 17 Pro Max. But check this out, because the real story here is the base storage. Every single model, even the entry-level one, now starts at 256 gigabytes. Apple has finally doubled the starting storage for everyone, which is a massive upgrade.
Next up, let's talk about what these phones actually look and feel like. The theme here is pretty simple, but really powerful. Everything is getting thinner, brighter, and way smoother, and not just on the expensive models.
This new iPhone Air, it's kind of a marvel of engineering. While the standard 17 sticks with a tough aluminum frame, the Air gets a beautiful, lighter, and much stronger titanium body. This lets it weigh in at just 165 grams, making it the lightest flagship iPhone ever, even with a big 6.5-inch screen. But the real question is, just how thin are we talking?
Just look at that number, 5.6 millimeters. To put that into perspective, that is one of the thinnest smartphones ever made. Of course, whenever you hear ultra thin, the first thing you think is it going to be durable?
So how tough is it? Well, in bend tests, this super thin Air was able to handle 86 kilograms of pressure and kept working perfectly. That just shows you how strong that titanium frame really is. It might be thin, but it is definitely not fragile.
And the good news keeps coming for the displays. ProMotion is finally on all 4 iPhones. That means that buttery-smooth 120Hz scrolling, which used to be a pro feature, is now standard for everyone. Tack on a crazy 3,000 nits of peak brightness for using it outdoors, and a tougher ceramic shield too, and yeah, it's a huge screen upgrade across the board.
Okay, let's get under the hood and talk about the brains of the operation. The iPhone 17 series is introducing 2 brand new chips, the A19 and the A19 Pro. And they're each built for different kinds of performance. The standard iPhone 17 gets the A19 chip with 8 gigs of RAM, which is going to be more than enough muscle for just about everything you throw at it. But the Air, the Pro, and the Pro Max all get the beefed-up A19 Pro. That extra graphics core and the jump to 12 gigs of RAM, that's going to mean noticeably better performance for heavy-duty gaming, video editing, and serious multitasking.
Now for what might be the biggest story of all, the cameras. Apple has totally rethought its approach. Instead of just small upgrades, they've created 3 very different camera systems, each one tailor-made for a specific type of user.
Kicking things off with the standard iPhone 17, the huge deal here is the ultra-wide camera. It's jumping from 12 megapixels all the way up to 48, matching the main camera. What that means for you is your wide shots are going to be dramatically sharper with way more detail. It also gets a better front camera and a cool new feature called dual capture, so you can record from the front and back at the same time. The iPhone Air. This is where things get interesting. To achieve that crazy thin design, Apple made a really bold choice. They streamlined it down to a single lens. You still get that amazing 48-megapixel main camera, but you do lose the ultra-wide. And that's an important trade-off to know about, because it means no macro photography and no ability to capture spatial photos for the Vision Pro. But the Pro models, well, they are in a completely different league. It is a true triple threat system. All 3 cameras, the main, the ultra-wide, and the telephoto, are now 48 megapixels. But the zoom? This is where things get wild. You get a 4x optical zoom plus a new 8x optical zoom option, which gives you this massive 16x total optical range. This is hands down the most powerful zoom system we've ever seen on an iPhone.
Okay, so beyond all the new hardware, there are two other areas that got a massive boost: how long these phones can last on a single charge, and just how much smarter they've become.
Yeah, this chart pretty much says it all, doesn't it? The battery gains are huge across the entire lineup. Even the super thin Air manages an impressive 27 hours of video playback. But the new, undisputed champion of battery life is the iPhone 17 Pro Max, hitting an insane 39 hours. It's the new king of endurance by a long shot.
And powering a lot of the new software smarts is Apple Intelligence. It's the new AI brain built into every single model. You can think of it as a whole suite of helpful tools. It can help you rewrite emails, you can create AI images with Image Playground, or even make your own emoji on the fly with Jamoji. And Apple's really focusing on privacy here, with most of this AI processing happening right on your device, not in the cloud.
So, with four very different phones, that brings us to the biggest question of all. In this completely new lineup, how do you figure out which is the right one for you? So, when you put it all together, the new models, the killer designs, the huge upgrades, what's the final verdict here? Which phone is the right call?
Let's break it down really simple. The standard iPhone 17 is the best all-around value, the perfect choice for most people. If you care about design, portability, and style more than anything else, the new iPhone Air is a no-brainer. If you're a serious photographer or a power user who needs the absolute best camera and performance, you want the iPhone 17 Pro. And finally, if you just want the biggest screen and the longest battery life possible, the iPhone 17 Pro Max is the max everything phone for you.
And that leaves us with one final thought. By getting rid of the Plus and creating four really distinct models, the all-rounder, the design piece, the Pro camera, and the battery beast, has Apple finally managed to perfect its lineup? Have they created the ideal iPhone for pretty much everyone? That's the big question this whole new strategy leaves us with.